As the world is advancing in technology with each passing day, there are incredible things being done in artificial intelligence and robotics. AI and robots are a huge part of the new technological trends in this era, and Japan seems to be at the forefront of this group. Japan has released some of the top humanoid robots in the world, and now the country's engineers have turned their attention towards creating the world's most attractive technology, female humanoids. Hi and welcome to AI World News. Today, we will be speaking about top 5 fully functioning female humanoids released by Japan. Please watch the video to find out all the details and don't forget to like, share, subscribe and click the bell notification. The reason why Japan became the most advanced robot nation is not only because of high-level technology, but also an influence of the Japanese robot culture that has been evolving over decades. Japan has been working on many comics, novels, and animation about robots since 1950s, and the first famous robot anime was Astro Boy, released in 1951. Since then, there have been many robot-themed productions originated in Japan, such as Mazinger Z, Gundam, Robotic, Evangelion, Transformers, and so on. Japan has astounded the globe with its robotic innovations many times, and it is the only country with the top 10 industrial robotics businesses in the world. It also has the world's greatest concentration of robot workers, and now the country is stepping up its game by releasing some of the top fully functioning female humanoid robots that are not only attractive but also have some amazing features. So let's talk about them one by one. Number 1. Actroid Humanoid. Actroid SIT, a lifelike robot from Japanese firm Kokoro, hasn't received as much attention as her cousin Geminoid F, which happens to be a copy of a real woman. But while Geminoid F is a teleoperated robot, Actroid SIT can function autonomously, talking and gesturing while interacting with people. In fact, researchers have recently demonstrated how improvements to Actroid's behavior can make it look smarter and more expressive than your average android. Actroid now makes eye contact and gestures in the direction of a person trying to speak to her, allowing it to adeptly handle crowds of people. To develop the new behavior, researchers from Nara Institute of Science and Technology studied how individuals and groups interacted with the robot. Based on their observations, they focused on 2 new features, which they call interruptibility and motion parameterization, hoping to improve human-robot interaction. The first feature lets Actroid SIT to handle interruptions in a graceful way. In their human-robot interaction experiments, the researchers noted that interruptions occurred about 26% of the time. For example, the human switched topics or handed off the speaking role to someone else. The problem is that despite these interruptions, the robot would obliviously carry on until it finished its spiel, not very socially elegant. Adding to this, with the new interruptibility feature, the robot can immediately end its current topic and elegantly transition to the new response. Those few seconds count. People interacted significantly longer with the robot when it was interruptible. The researchers also tested Actroid SIT with a motion parameterization system. This means that her 18 gestures, like pointing or waving, adapt to the location of the speaker, making the person feel like the robot is really paying attention to him or her. So even though talking with the Actroid is still far from a natural conversation, the researchers say this improvement makes a big difference in how people perceive the robot. Participants called the android more friendly, sensitive, sophisticated, and warm when the new gesturing system was used, compared to a normal gesturing approach. Number 2. Erica. Some people will say that robots can't tell jokes, or that the human soul is the big difference between man and machine. Well, not anymore. Erica isn't your average robot. She actively craves human interaction, cracks jokes, and even has a soul, according to her creator. Trapped in a room and longing to see the outside world, the Japanese android is blurring the lines between real and robot. Her creators even say that robots can be warm and caring, with Erica currently trying to wrap her circuits around the idea of humor. Hiroshi Ishiguro, who calls himself Erica's father, said that she is most beautiful, human-like, and autonomous android in this world. The bot can't move her arms, but she can work out where sound is coming from, so she knows who she is talking to. She also boasts 14 infrared depth sensors to track where people are in the room and face recognition capability. She was created as part of JST Arato, one of the most highly funded science projects in Japan. In an interview, the robot says she is like a person, and she appears to understand the distinctions between people and machines. Erica adds, "When people talk to me, they address me as a person. I think it is different to the way someone would address their dog or their toaster." Later, she goes on to say that she'd love to see more of the world and wants to be able to move her arms and legs. Number 3. Asuma. People often look at humanoid robots and think, that's creepy. However, Asuma is so human-like that you might find yourself thinking she's cute. Instead, according to her official profile, Asuma is a beautiful 15-year-old who was born in Tokyo. She is 155 centimeters tall and weighs 43 kilograms. Sure, you have probably seen pictures of human-like robots before, but the true charm behind this android lies in her movements. From the way she blinks and squeezes her eyes, to the shape her mouth makes as if she were about to yawn, Asuma is truly on a different level from other androids. The folks at Tokyo-based A-Lab have been involved with many projects, of which Asuma is just one. They are in fact the same company that developed the Actroid, another android that could be a carbon copy of Matsuko Deluxe, the plus-sized Japanese TV personality known for his cross-dressing stage persona and deep voice. Now, we'll leave you to wonder more about Asuma and her capabilities because who knows, maybe a robotic idol group isn't that far from reality. Number 4. Nadine. Human-robot interaction is an integral part of social robotics. Any social robot needs to be able to interact with human and other physical agents, considering the social cues and behavior involved. In this case study, we introduce Nadine, a robot able to express human-like emotions, personality, behaviors, dialogue, etc., and capable of perceiving both user or environmental cues and respond to them in a natural, realistic manner. Nadine is one of the most realistic female humanoid social robot around the world, and she looks and acts incredibly lifelike, being modeled on Prof. Nadia Magnanat Thalmann. This robot has a realistic human appearance and a natural skin hair. She has also very realistic hands. Nadine is a socially intelligent robot who is friendly, greets you back, makes eye contact, and remembers all the nice chats you had with her. Moreover, she is able to answer questions in several languages, show emotions, both in her gestures and in her face depending on the content of the interaction with the user. Nadine can also recognize people she has previously met and engage in flowing conversation, and she is fitted with a personality, meaning her mood can sour depending on what you say to her. So, Nadine is the ideal companion when nobody is there. She can assist people with special needs, read stories, show images, put on Skype sessions, send emails, and communicate with the family. She is part of the human-assistive new technology, which is badly needed as society cannot afford a full-time social worker for each person with special needs. In addition, she can play the role of a personal private coach, always available, and this makes her more socially acceptable. Furthermore, this social acceptance makes her capable of serving several positions and purposes in different fields, like medicine, education, and cultural heritage. Number 5. Alter. In case you aren't already terrified that the robot revolution is around the corner, the Japan Science Museum is here for you. The museum recently unveiled its latest installation, a human-like robot called Alter. The robot's movements are entirely governed by a neural network, a learning computer system modeled after the structure of neurons in the human brain, and devoid of human involvement. Alter has a series of sensors that detect proximity, humidity, noise, and temperature of the room it's in. Changes in the room's temperature, or how many people are near the bot, will influence its movements. To add to the nightmare, Alter also sings the wave patterns that its fingers make as they move. The robot was built by robotics researchers at labs in Tokyo and Osaka, and its creators are trying to figure out how to make it even creepier. I mean, what to teach it to do next. Kueagawa, one of the researchers behind Alter, stated that, this time, Alter doesn't look like a human. It doesn't really move like human. However, it certainly has a presence. It's true because if you watch closely then in videos, Alter gives the impression of having something alive in there that's neither human nor robot. So, hopefully, no one decides to give Alter legs. And this is it for today, guys. What are your thoughts on today's video? Share your views with us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell. And thank you for watching.